What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades, and we are post-sex. They did have coitus, so now we're just gonna move on. Present is a fleeting and vague concept at best. The moment between past and future, that doesn't really mean anything. Thinking too much about things that don't make sense is a waste of time. That's why living through the present is always the best option. Besides, for us who can't foresee the future and forget the past too easily, present is really the only proof of our existence. Even though existence will go on, even if you forget about it for a while, it's good to seize the day at least every once in a while. That way, you can confirm that you are in fact alive. Philosophy. I agree with that philosophy. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that the girl who is standing there half naked, staring out of the window of my room, has a much better grasp of present than I do. As for me, well, right now I'm somewhat confused by my present state, since I should try to relocate my shirt and not stare at Rin's butt. But I can't stop looking at her. To be fair, I'd probably be the same way. It's like I just did it with that girl. Look at that booty. She's so close to the glass that her nose is probably gonna leave a mark. At least her breathing does when it condenses on the rain-cooled window glass before quickly disappearing again. My shuffling around to get dressed doesn't rouse Rin from her contemplation, which is fine, really. I don't really mind the silences as much as I used to. Only after I'm almost finished with buttoning on my shirt does Rin say something, still without turning to look at me. Let's go somewhere. Where? I can only assume she's inviting me, and not the windowsill, but it's a fair guess. I know. What? Help me get dressed. I think today is the day. Come on, clothes. Clothes, what an impatient tone. I crouched down to pick up her bra from the floor where it had fallen, discarded in the haste of undressing and forgotten there, hanging it from between my fingers like a dead fish, and the same hesitation that grasped me when undressing Rin is creeping inside my head again. Is intimacy really something that's difficult for me to handle? For some people it is. Others not so. But it can be difficult, yes. Come on, you got it off just fine. This is the same, but the other way around. It's like talking backwards. You say it seems hard, but it's easy. Perplexed but by her sudden prodigious display of mental processing capacity, I forget to attempt reversing her gibberish back. I'm pretty sure I couldn't switch to talking backward that fluidly even with some practice. Could you repeat that? You say it's tube dra smeeze. Got it, fine, I'll give it a try. Rin was right, the locking mechanism is simple enough, and I get the little plastic hooks right on the third attempt. Putting on a bra is not that hard. It's a hook. It's a hook. You idiots. There. Now you have to adjust it. What? Please stop that. I don't speak backwardese. She shakes her head as if needing to banish the backwards way of thinking with a physical gesture. I know of a few people who could benefit from that kind of ability. I got stuck. Now I just have to adjust it. Adjust. That's what I said. Now I ask what you meant. You know, so that they are fine. Oh, fine, you say. As I have no idea when her breasts are supposed to be fine, I end up fumbling around her chest for a good while without really getting anywhere. Not that I would complain, but Rin does. Emmy is better at you than you at this. Her patient tone ticks me off, even though I can't really disagree. Rin suddenly seems to be in an awful hurry. Yeah, well, excuse me. Could that be because she is a girl and can actually relate? I don't think so. She has just about as much chest as you do. Wow, that's rude. How rude. With her bra and breasts eventually fine as they should be, the rest of her clothes are considerably easier to put on. Rin launches toward the door, even though her shirt is not even buttoned up all the way yet. Left with little choice, I run after her. As soon as I realized that we were heading for the side entrance leading to the forest, I think I know where Rin wanted to go, although I couldn't say why she'd want to go there. Then again, I can't really assume my guesses to be anywhere near correct when Rin is concerned, not even for a quite generous definition of correct. The forest behind the walls smell of rain. The last raindrops are still dripping from the wet undergrowth into earth, despite the rain being gone for a while already. We stroll along with an unhurried pace that Rin sets, giving me time to take in the calming atmosphere. I think you can hear Rin saying hello to at least 3 different trees while she walks past them, but I ignore it, just like the trees do. She leads me to the narrow side path leading up to the hilltops, as I guessed. I peek through the canopy trying to find a rainbow, but there doesn't seem to be one. It's perfect weather for rainbows. The sun is shining low and the rain has passed not too long ago. Well, whatever. I lower my eyes from the treetops to see the gaunt back of the girl who was climbing up the hill slowly without losing her balance. A few steps ahead of me on the path, but still within my reach. I don't think I could ever reach a rainbow, but reaching Rin, it seems less impossible than it used to seem. The clear sky greeting us from above the meadow clearing seems vast and beautiful. The strong wind is hurting the rain clouds away from the town, to the other side of the mountains in the distance. The sight is pretty, but... A speck of white flies past the edge of my peripheral vision. When I turn to look, it's already gone. Another follows, then a third. Before I realize it, dozens of almost invisible small tufts of white are flying all around us. Look, the flowers. Ah, I see it now. The sea of dandelions that covered the hilltop on our last visit has changed over the days. Where there was a bright yellow before, there is now fluffy white. Some of the flowers have already shed their seeds, but they are still waiting for a suitable gust of wind. Today those gusts are not in short demand. Every now and then they shake the grass thoroughly, and suddenly the air is thick with dandelion seeds. One by one the seeds separate from the flower heads and are lifted away. A commonplace event, but one that seems to fascinate Rin for some reason. She's turning her head from side to side, marveling at the change happening all around her as the seeds fly away. I watch them too, following the white tufts floating with the wind toward the horizon, and I imagine that I can see them even after they disappear from my sight. Hisao. What is it? Do you love me? I snap to attention to meet her suddenly very serious face that is not looking only at the flowers anymore. What a tough question, and asked just like that, out of the blue. Still, her bluntness compels me to answer very rapidly. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe too rapidly. What does that mean? I don't know. Rin sighs, perhaps unhappy with my wishy-washy answer. I would be too. Me neither. I don't know. I don't think I know much about love. What's love got to do with it? It's fine, isn't it? I mean, take it slow. Take it slow. How should I know? Is the shrug of her shoulders seemed to say, hesitating to give a firmer answer. She stays silent for only a second too long, but even that second isn't long enough for me to think ahead. I love you. Those three words freeze me in place like a rabbit staring into headlights. I'm not a rabbit, and I'm just staring into Rin's eyes that seem far, far too impassive for what she let out of her mouth. Rin looks pretty serious, though, until she sticks out her tongue, frowns a little, and confuses me even more than her words did. Why does she look mildly unhappy? Was it a confession of her deepest feelings? A test to see how I would react? A test to see how she would react? It tastes weird. Tastes. Yeah, so weird. She laughs, maybe nervously, or so I want to think, but stops midway when she notices how strange it sounds. Like, I don't know what. I don't think there's a word for this. Rin keeps on talking as though there were no meaning behind her words, steady and careless words dropping from the same tongue that form the most important ones. A word for, except, it's like, she can't find the words. She just keeps staring at me, stumbling with her words as if her brain suddenly ground to a halt. She looks awfully confused, much like how I feel right now as I wait for her to explain. But she doesn't. She just blinks a few times, the flutter of her long lashes catching my fancy because she looks like she's petrified otherwise, until I realize what they were fighting against. It's those weird tears again, not associated with sadness or happiness, not pitiable sobbing nor laughter of joy, just tears, spontaneously and without a warning, like the one time in her classroom. Just a few of them, not enough to make a fuss about, so Rin doesn't make a move to hide them even after noticing. Rin cries, looking like she has no idea why, and somehow a great uneasiness grows in my chest when I look at her watery eyes that stare back right back at me. It petrifies me too, the shock of the incomprehensibility of the situation. That's a hard word to say. I've never said that word. I could never be a rapper. I just know I just don't know what's happening anymore. Rin, what's wrong? She shakes her head in confusion, stumbling to get the words out of her mouth. Sorry, I might be a little afraid of you. The words are muttered slowly, with a small voice that is as disbelieving of what it's saying as I am. What? Why? I don't know. Saying that just made me feel like that. People cry when they are afraid, right? See, I can do that too. She's averting her gaze now, deliberately not looking at me. It bewilders me at least as much as what she's saying. I, sometimes with you, want to run away so badly, but I can't move. It's like my legs turn to lemon panna cotta pudding, and my heart feels like it's gonna explode, and... She slumps her shoulders. Has a thing like this ever happened to you? I remember the leaden sky above a frozen fortress and the sound of the leafless branches clacking against each other. It's like a memory of another life. Yeah, once. My heart hurt a lot back then, too. But I thought your thing was not contagious. I shake my head. A tiny, slightly forced smile rises to my lips. The other ailment of my heart could very well be contagious, but I wouldn't care a bit. What are you afraid of? Never thought I was scary. Rin shakes her head desperately, as if knowing that a tangle inside her mind won't be undone with just that. You make me feel like that I should be someone else than me. It's a scary thing. Oh, that's really true. Cause like, especially with people with like confidence issues or existential issues, they always feel like they should conform themselves to be with certain people, especially with a significant other. Cause like they'll think that I don't deserve them right now. I should be the person they deserve, and I don't know who that is. So I'm gonna try and change myself into that person. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just like change to someone you never knew you could be. But like it's scary. It truly is a scary thing. It happens when you're being nice to me, like yesterday. I never know what to do at times like that. It's hard. Her voice is barely audible, a whispered admission of something that is too embarrassing to even think, not to mention say out loud. Rin has never been one to be embarrassed. Sure, she does utter it aloud, only timidly as if by instinct. But I want to do something, but I don't know if this me can. For a moment, we just stare at each other as if waiting for the other to say something. You are so stupid. Rin's lips taste salty and scared against mine. I grasp into her embrace, feeling my heart thumping in my chest painfully. Uh-oh, are we gonna have a heart attack? Ew. Even though I'm glad that she can say things like that, they make me sad after all. Rin's spirit, her passion, her strength, all those things that I hold dear are the ones I don't want to change. How should I treat mine? Where are they headed to? Is that future irrevocably different from mine? That anxiety will never lose its grip on my heart, but I think I could learn to live with it. Slowly the pain in my heart dies out, and it settles into the same rhythm as Rin's. We listen to that for some time. After our lips break apart, it takes a while for either of us to realize that we can say something now. See? You are really a kind person, even when you are not. It's the most scariest thing ever. I think that I was ever afraid, all I was ever afraid of is your kindness. Is it bad, even if you are afraid? She thinks about this for a while, furrowing her brow as though this was some kind of math problem. No, I'm alright. With it, it's fine, if it's you. Like a weight lifted from my chest, her words elate my heart, filling it with, I don't know, happiness? What else could it be? This time my smile is genuine. Rin steps back, still smiling gently at me like I do at her. While she wipes her face on my shoulder, I pick up a round, plump dandelion clock and bring it to my pursed lips. They spread out into the wind that picks them up to carry them to a new home. To think, only a few short weeks ago, they were so different. This is change. Hey, so the flowers became what they're meant to become, like you said the last time. What about you? Did you become a true artist, or did you not because you ran away? She pauses for a while to ponder my question, and shrugs her shoulders. It almost makes me laugh. The carefree easiness of her gesture is a lovely thing, a sign of how Rin can, truly and really, without any restraint whatsoever, shed the entire weight of the world from her shoulders, should she will so. She is in every way possible, and probably a few impossible ways, free. And I think I might love her for that. I don't think it matters. Let's just watch the clouds for today. So this is the CG that's like key to Rin. But I didn't realize there was going to be animated dandelions everywhere. She takes 5 steps to climb on a large rock so she can rise as high as it's possible here, to stand on tiptoes. When you reach for the clouds, every inch counts. Sure, let's watch the clouds. It's good to do something you really want to do, every now and then. Yeah, you're probably right. I glance upward to the blue sky opening high above us. It's a deep, cerulean vastness that spreads to fill my entire field of vision and beyond. Yet Rin stays on her rock, peering at the distant horizon where the rain clouds are drifting far between away from us. I have decided something. That dreaming voice of hers, spoken to the wind that carries it to my ears, is lacking in resolve. Is lacking resolve in tone, but is full of it in meaning. It's all right to be me after all. It's all right. Her decisions always seem to be pretty far out. Well, I suppose that it's an important realization. Coming to terms with oneself, accepting yourself, being fine with with what you are. A simple resolution of heart that for some people is overbearingly hard to do, if not impossible. I do realize well enough that I might also be one of those people. Rin too. Maybe we're not that different after all. Maybe to accept someone else, you must first accept yourself. Maybe that is a necessary step, which we didn't take until now. Looking at her standing on that rock, I believe that she can find whatever she is looking for. And so can I. The wind catches her hair and clothes, and Rin spreads her short arms into an embrace that is so very, very tiny, but as wide as she could ever do. For that moment, it looks like herself might take flight, and I have to hold myself back not to reach for her shoulder and not drag her back to me. But this picture is something I can only watch, and is something for me to remember. Rin's sleeves are flapping freely in the wind, her hair wildly tousled by it, her skin touched by the setting sun. Her sleek form that I've come to adore is quivering in the cool wind that carries the small white specks past her, each a beginning of a new flower. All that is engraved inside my heart. Like those tiny seeds scattered into the wind, I'm sure that Rin too can take her place in this world without the need to create her own inside of it. Hang on. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Very artsy. Maybe she believes it too. Standing as close to heaven as possible, she has given the world a big hug. To me, it seems like the entire world could really fit there, between those small arms of hers, inside of her all-encompassing embrace. Hisao. She looks at me the same way she calls my name, carelessly over her shoulder, with a strange happiness in her voice and in her eyes. I gaze into those mysterious dark eyes that are curiously twinkling from below her auburn hair. Although I'm too far from her to see it, I'm sure they're reflecting my image. What is it? What's the word for when it feels inside your heart that everything in the world is alright? Happiness, I think. Joy. Contentment. Is that it? Is that the end? Well then. Huh. That's the end. I have to say, I was expecting more from Rin's route. Like, I was thinking that maybe she would go back to the art studio and do a proper gallery. Maybe she would try to reconcile herself with her teacher. But like, this still was like a full story, a full character art for Rin. Oh, these are concept arts for Rin. That's cool. But yeah, I can honestly say that Rin right now is my least favorite route. It's at the bottom of the rung for me. I'm sorry to say. Rin was just someone that I both related to and didn't relate to on an emotional level. I related to her at the artist aspect, but her thing wasn't art. It was that it was okay to be herself and to express herself in the only way she knew how. Which is unfortunate for me because, like, I don't know, I just didn't get Rin, which is fine. I'm not supposed to like every single character that this game gives me, which is good, I guess. But, it's just really, really sad, I guess, that, like, I feel that her story was lacking. Because everyone else's story was looking to the future, looking towards what could happen, whereas Rin was struggling to find herself. But I guess that's fine. It's this, like, this is one of those games where, like, where we're talking about not only physical disabilities but like mental disabilities, and I guess Rin just found herself there, and I guess moving forward is a whole nother story entirely. Ah well, it's fine. Like, the story was good. It was well written. It was a full character arc for both characters. it was stumbling, failing, picking yourself back up, realizing that you need to do something for yourself rather than for other people, which is fine. But I just feel like it could have gone a little bit more. I don't know. But I guess it's fine. That's the end of that. But so thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you liked Rin's route or if you didn't like Rin's route, I personally can say that I enjoyed the trip, but I didn't like how it ended or how it carried itself. But like I can't fault it for me not enjoying what was put in front of me. But that's it really. But anyway, that just means next week we get to see we get to start Hanukkah's route. Or is it Hanukkah? I swear if it's Hanukkah, it's gonna be very unfortunate because Hono means fire, and she's burned. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from the series, hit that subscribe button. And in exiting the Shadyverse, my name is Shades, and I'll see you guys next week in Hanukkah's route. Bye.